All right, so this is another one that I'm not sure if I'm even gonna post or what. And another one where if you are family, because I do have a lot of family members that watch this channel and are so supportive of me, you might want to pass by just because it's some, I don't want to say explicit, but tough material to hear about me. I want to help folks with this video, which is why I'm making it, but it's just a hard topic, dude. So it's no secret necessarily that I've talked about many times on this channel. I have been sober off of pornography addiction for over a year now. It's probably about a year and a half. And the past few weeks, I have been struggling really badly, feeling like I'm losing my grip, feeling potential relapse. And anybody that has had struggles with addiction knows this feeling, and it's kind of in that stage where it feels like inevitable, like there's just, your brain gets it to a point where it's like you're never coming back. Like that is the path forward, and it almost feels like there's no way to get out. So I know there are others out there that struggle with this, and I thought that maybe I could make a video to help you and in turn help me, talking about all this shit. So what will help you if you're going through this, regardless of if you have stopped using porn, if you are currently using, if you have another addiction, this might help you. It's been a long journey over this past year, and I finally feel like I might have some answers that'll help you. There's so many videos that, like, I don't know, dude. For a decade, I've been struggling with this, and I've watched every video under the sun of all these people trying to, like, sell me a course or whatever the hell else they're trying to do, and nothing really helped me. With porn, it's a very unique addiction that you might be struggling with, and I would advise you to take great care and consideration with people that have an obesity or food addiction, because I actually find the two very, very similar. And it's super unfortunate. I have such great sorrow for those people struggling with that, because they have to actually, like, carry that out openly with them every single day, whereas this is more of a secretive addiction. You can't never eat again, And similarly to porn, some sort of sexual encounter is probably going to happen to you again, unless you're choosing a celibate life ahead of you. So it's a very unique experience because you don't ever have to drink alcohol again. I mean, I guess you could use the analogy of, like, you have to drink water or fluids, but you don't ever have to gamble again. You don't ever have to go buy a drug again or go buy a pack of cigarettes again. Like, there is a very clear, distinct line of what you have to do. And I think it gets especially nasty in the world of poisonous addictions. Everyone's got to pick their poison, And the extra potent ones in the circles that I've run around and found are the ones that combine what we have to do in life versus, like, too much. It's a walking a fine line of too much. What I have realized is that you can't, so many recommendations out there, and what I've tried to do in the past is demonize the material. Blockers on your phone, getting some sort of separating yourself from the material. It's not the material. It is, but it's not. What I'm going to tell you is the only thing over the past decade that has helped me. I don't know, dude. You are your own trigger. You need to figure out what your trigger is to this loop. What we're in is a loop, and the loop can become a spiral. Where I'm feeling myself right now, I feel myself caught in that spiral, like trying to swim to the top. And it's hard, man. It really breaks you down. because what you end up doing, this is so fucking hard for me to talk about, man. It's one of those videos where I'm more so talking in an echo chamber, hopefully, and it's the video that like you hope doesn't get a whole lot of views, because it's not something you want to be remembered for. But I know what a struggle it's been for me, and I would love to help someone else out. And maybe help myself. When you brutalize yourself internally, I'm a bad person, I'm shameful, I'm wrong, what I'm doing is wrong, I am bad. When you internalize that, it actually fuels kerosene on a fire, the next loop and the next trigger to then allow yourself to utilize, in this case, porn or any addiction again. And it continually loops. It loops and loops and loops. You got to pull yourself out of it. And where I am struggling, and you might struggle with as well with addiction, is the balance, the very delicate balance of not self-shaming, but also not giving yourself the green light. Because what I've found with addiction is it's very, very easy to not be brutal to yourself in your head and simultaneously allow yourself the green light of like, okay, it's okay, you're a good person, you're doing good things, you're striving. And then your nasty part of your brain will go, oh, okay, so then I can just do that now. You're giving me the green light. And it's a constant battle between those two things. But finding out what is causing you to do that. Every one of us, for me in particular, at some point in my life, my brain realized that in this case, porn was a self-soothing mechanism for something, some sort of trauma that my brain was experiencing and I could not get out of. So I find that what's not helpful, and what I see so often with the, hey, don't look at porn community and that's an addiction, is that's wrong, this is wrong, dopamine, it's giving you dopamine, and it's a dopamine addiction. I get that. I understand that that's the chemical reaction that's going on. But I think the more important thing for you, and what you might find helpful, what I found helpful, is to look at why. Why is your brain looking for the dopamine right now? That is your key to actually stay out of this stuff, actually get out of the picture. And that, I think, is the same for any addiction. Why is your brain looking to overeat right now? Why is your brain looking to drink alcohol? Why is your brain looking to do drugs? Why have you found success? Because your brain doesn't care what it is. It's enjoying the chemical reaction. So your brain thinks that this is like successful, that we have successfully healed what we were trying to heal. What you need to figure out is, what are you trying to heal? Once you figure that out, you should, in theory, be able to get past all of this stuff. I think what's also super important is not obsessing over this. You know, I found great success over the past year with like forgetting that it's there, you know, kind of not burying it, but saying like, okay, that's happening, that's affecting me in my brain right now, this desire to go back to pornography, this desire, but like I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna separate myself, all those things. Yeah, they're helpful. But I think over the year mark is a time where you might start investigating why, and that's when this stuff starts coming back. And I just want you to know that it's not something you're gonna solve, and it's never, ever, ever going to afflict you at any other point in your life. I think it's the important thing. Also, I stopped counting days. I think at around the year mark, the weight gets too much to bear, like way too much to bear. it's so much more pressure when you're counting days, because all you're thinking about is, if I slip up now, I lose, and I throw away 564 days. I've worked so hard for the 565th day, and I'm at 567 and a half days. It gets way, way, way too much. And you have to actually reduce the pressure, because it's all just a form of self-shame. And finally, speaking of self-shame, this is where I'm going to be so careful with what I say here. I'm a very devout and religious person. I'm a devout Catholic. And I think in religion as a whole, regardless of what denomination you are, regardless of what religion you are, you have to be very, very careful. Because if you use religion correctly, in my case as a Christian, if I were to correctly view the religious help, I'll say, it is the most beautiful type of help I could ever have. But the problem as an addict is it's a great way for us to self-shame with guilt, because we know what we're doing is morally wrong, faithfully wrong. It goes against our religion. We're bad. We're going to hell. This is a bad thing. And our addictive brain actually captures that and turns it into, you don't even know this is happening to you, but it turns it into another outlet for you to go back to the drug. In this case, porn. It could be anything else. And I think that's a very, very, very wild thing that our brain, which is a very powerful part of us, does, and we don't even know it's doing it. So just understand that, and sometimes it's not good. Like, I've seen this a lot with a lot of unfortunate dudes out there. I feel for you. I get it, why you're doing it, but they're reading scripture and so hating on themselves, which is purely the opposite of what Christianity teaches. And I'm lustful, I'm inflicted by demons, I'm bad, I'm going to hell, I need strength, I'm falling apart. All of these things are really the opposite of what Jesus teaches, which is love. So love yourself in the best possible way, and I think that actually might help you out. I don't know if I'm going to post this, but if I did, I hope it helped somebody.